YouTube, what's going on? Crazyncman here. Got another great Airsoft review about to go down. Thanks for tuning in. This is another one brought to you by Airsoft Carolina and AirsoftCarolina.com. Now, this is another review here that I get a lot of requests to do. Even though I did the review on the Thompson M1A1, I still get a lot of requests to review the Thompson 1928 Chicago Typewriter, which obviously is what I have here, if you read the title, which I know some of you don't. So basically, internally it's the same gun, externally a little different, but we'll go over some of the features and the differences of the gun, and then of course we'll take it outside, we'll shoot it, chrono it, and all that good stuff. Inside the box you'll get the following. You'll get your owner's manual, which is pretty short and concise. The only thing I don't like about these manuals is they do not have a parts breakdown. So without the parts breakdown, you have to kind of wade your way through if you want to take it apart, but I'll show you that later. It's pretty easy. You also got some Cybergun propaganda with some of the products that they carry. Also, as you know, Palco Sports is the Cybergun distributor here in the United States. You got an 1100 milliamp hour 8.4 volt high-end battery. Also known as the junkie-free battery they give you. You get a simple wall charger, 600 round drum magazine, cleaning rod, unjamming rod of course, and then obviously they give you the gun. Now, one of the things right off the bat I noticed different on these and from the M1A1, I like this, is right on the charger they finally started putting a little sticker or a little tag. It says, charge battery no more than 5 hours. Do not charge overnight. So I really like that. It's about time somebody started labeling these things, because I can't tell you how many customers we have that order online and then right off the bat they cook the battery because they charge it for 24 hours straight. So that's awesome. Like I said, 5 hours with this charger for this 8.4 volt mini battery. On itself, as you know, Cybergun, they don't make these guns, but they own the license to put trademarks on a lot of guns like this. So you can see it does have fairly decent trades on it. I don't think they're 100% accurate. Zoom in on them here a little bit. It does have an excellent look to it, though, just like the M1A1. Awesome looking gun. And it's fairly authentic. There's a couple things on this gun that were not on the original 1928 Chicago Typewriter, but you know, naturally it's an airsoft gun, so they have to adapt to what they, you know, what they have to do to build the gun. Let's go over the exterior of the gun. You got this wood look furniture, aka plastic. This is plastic. The grip is plastic along with the front one. Got a metal upper receiver, metal lower receiver, metal outer barrel. The bolt right here does absolutely nothing but move back and forth. On most airsoft guns you pull it back to reveal the hop-up unit adjustment, but this is the hop-up adjustee is right here, so there's no need to pull the bolt back to adjust the hop-up. It's right there, so this does absolutely nothing but slide back and forth. You got fully adjustable rear sight, which is a little weird because you just kind of grab it and move it. Not one of my favorite features of this gun. Metal trigger, of course. And then on this side, you got the fire selector and the safety, which are of course both metal, as you can see right here. And then back here, the fire and safe. Now they definitely, you know, they're nice and crisp, click into place. They're a little weird to get used to. And then you got this metal magazine release right here. And that's about it for the outside features of the gun. Now one of the weird things, and one of the things I don't like about this, is indeed the fire selector and the safety, as well as the mag release. They're not very easy to do with one hand. As a matter of fact, to do you can kind of do the safe and the safety, but you can't reach the the single and full auto switch with your thumb. And the same with the magazine release. You can actually get your thumb on it, but you're still going to need both hands for this giant drum mag. So truly, for me to switch it from semi to full auto, it's easier to do it with your left hand rather than try to do it with your right hand. And then the magazine's kind of a little trick to get out. That's the easiest way to do it. Is hold it and just hold the drum with this hand and push up. So it's not the easiest thing, but of course you're not going to be quick changing this drum mag in and out of a pouch. So you got plenty of rounds here, but it is a little awkward to get used to. But you know, what the hell? It's a 1928 Chicago Typewriter. And the other thing I didn't like about this is when you shoulder it, you kind of feel like your arms are way out there, and you know, pulled way forward, leaned way forward, and it's just not to me it's not the most comfortable gun in the world. But if you're doing airsoft games in this era, you know, this is an awesome gun. Or if you just like the looks of it, it's definitely a decent gun. It just takes a little bit of getting used to, kind of like my L85. I didn't like it at first until I used it for a while. And this is the same way. You're going to have to use it a while to get used to it. But other than that, the exterior look and quality of the outside, it's just absolutely fantastic. It's a great looking gun. They did a nice job on it. The furniture is a little creaky. Like I said in the video I did on the Thompson M1A1, it is a little creaky because it's plastic. You can get around that if you want, if it really bothers you, but it's not too bad. Now this gun is OEM by Cyma. You can see if you take it apart on the inside, it has Cyma part numbers on it. The gearbox it's obviously a metal gearbox housing with steel gears, 6mm plastic bushings. It's just got a generic Cyma motor in it. But all in all, it shoots pretty good. These shoot hard. They shoot around 400 to 420. We'll actually see on the chrono here in a little bit. So the gearbox is nothing special, but it does perform well. It's easy to get in and out. It's easy to work on. Upgradable. Yeah, you could probably upgrade it like any other gun, no problem. But I was amazed that right out of the box, the performance of this gun is pretty decent. I mean, it's got some serious FPS. It shoots pretty nice. The gearbox is smooth. So all in all, I think internally it's a decent gun. It's you know, for the money you're gonna pay, you get a real decent AEG. They're also, last thing I'm gonna cover here before we take a look at the disassembly. The battery goes right here. It's got a small Tamiya connector. Your fuse and plug is in there. It looks like there'd be a lot of room for battery. There's actually a piece of foam up top here. You can take that out if you want. Put a big battery up in there. But it's easier to use a smaller battery because it's got the wire and a fuse box. So a mini battery or a butterfly battery would work best in this. I'm going to run it on a 9.6 volt here during the test. This gearbox, take that no problem. 8.4 volt, 9.6 volt nickel metal hydride battery, or you can go ahead and run a 7.4 volt LiPo in there without any problem. The cool thing about the Thompsons or the disassembly, they're very easy to get apart. I was going to do it here on the camera, but I really don't feel like it. So anyway, just unscrew this right here. Unscrew these two screws on the bottom, and then you can slide the buttstock off. And then right here there's a little plunger, a little button that you just push up. And once you have the magazine out, you have the buttstock off, you disconnect the battery, you push this up, and the whole top will slide forward. And then it kind of gets caught sometimes in the bolt hole. This right here, this first one, once you slide it forward. If it does, just take something up in there and poke it, and then keep on pushing. And then the top just pulls right off it. Then you unscrew the Phillips screw down here on the bottom of the hand grip. Take this off, and then the whole gearbox just pops right out. These are real easy to work on, real simple to get apart, which makes it nice. It's very easy if you want to do a little upgrading or a little maintenance on it. Now the other thing I didn't talk about in the drawbacks of it, This is another thing right here. This front assembly where it holds the outer barrel onto the upper receiver. These won't take a lot of beating. If you hit them hard, you fall on it, you're gonna snap it. And the M1A1 is a lot worse than the Tommy gun. The M1A1 has a piece in there. It's not very strong. Like I said, if you hit the outer barrel of it on something, you swing around, smack a tree, you're gonna snap this right off. This one's a little beefier, but it's still not the best unit with the type of material they use. So that was my other complaint. There are, if you look around on search on Google, there are some fixes that people have posted up for both the M1A1 and the 1928 Chicago Typewriter if you should happen to break that outer barrel. So that was one of the biggest complaints on this gun. But other than that, I think it's a great gun. It's a little weird to get used to, but looks cool, shoots good, and right now they're on sale for $200. AirsoftCarolina.com. So pick them up while we have them. They're going quick, and then once they're gone, price will go back up $250. Let's take it outside. We'll do a chrono and a shoot test, and we'll see how this thing performs.